Tegan was born December 4th, 2014. She was a really happy baby, started smiling as a normal baby would, connecting with her brother. He would always entertain her. She started walking normally. She started standing up, bonding like a normal child would. She just always has had, she just loves to laugh. The worry really began actually on Tegan's birthday. It was her second birthday, and we had a party just at home with family, and we noticed that Tegan's balance was starting to get off. So she was starting to get kind of wobbly. So we put her down early that night, and then at 2 a.m. again in the middle of the night, I woke up to hearing her throwing up, and I got a phone call from her pediatrician right around 9 o'clock, first thing in the morning, saying that that we needed to take Tegan into ER at Seattle Children's. My husband and I both knew right away something wasn't right. They took Tegan to get a CT scan. We came back to the room. They came back, and it was the ER doctor along with a nurse. And so they presented us this picture, and it was a picture of her CT scan, and she had a tumor covering pretty much this entire back part of her head. And that's where it all began.
After they told us about the tumor, they started introducing us to different doctors and started explaining how important it was we need to get Tegan in for surgery immediately to relieve pressure in her head.
The hardest part was just handing her off to strangers.
Are we going to lose Tegan? Are we going to miss out on a life with Tegan?
Thankfully, she came out alive. She's still with us. And that's kind of where I don't like to use the word fight, but that's kind of where the fight began.
What comes next? I don't even know anybody that's had brain cancer before. I don't even know what comes with that.
You don't even know what's happening. The world just gets really quiet and stops, literally.
All of your social circles just turned upside down. Everything you've been doing for your entire life with your kids is now gone. You're 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in treatment, which you don't question, you just do it. That's what you have to do.
And she had 6 months of chemo, and then she went into 30 sessions of proton radiation following her chemo. While we were there, I met Quinn, another mom who had a son, Isaiah, who was in radiation right before Tegan.
Tatum and I really kicked it off right away. Our children were the same age. Tumors were both on the brainstem.
Her son also wasn't walking.
Very similar journeys in therapy, and it was there that she began to share with me her vision to have this app where parents could connect.
This journey has a way of bringing you to a point where you don't know how you're going to keep going or if you're strong enough to keep going, but the power of these connections, somehow you see someone else doing it. You don't know how they're doing it, but there's this reflection of they're doing it, I can do it. And I thought there's got to be a way to leverage technology to increase hope and hopefully lessen some of the suffering by connecting parents. I didn't have a clue how it was going to happen. I didn't care because I knew that I was going to figure out at some point, not during chemo, but during radiation, that Tegan may or may not make it. We don't know. But I'm kind of a stubborn person, and I'm a fighter. So I said, well, if she doesn't, I'm going to figure out a way ahead of time that I'm going to make something good of this. Somehow, some way, I'm going to get back to this community to try and help lessen some of the suffering that exists. The reality is that in saving them, there's a lot taken. The parent will never not have the fear of their child's cancer coming back. It's not possible, and they will never live without some loss. But through connecting with other parents, getting your kids around, having, it doesn't have to be all the time, but just interactions that they can be around kids like themselves, or just with parents who understand that grieving that happens every day is really powerful and energizing.
What's amazing about working with Sweet Tea and Cancer Connection is to be able to see that this group is doing things that we actually can't do as the medical team, because it's important that it not be through the medical team to be able to make that psychosocial connection. And it's just amazing to see a benefit for all of our families of being able to connect.
So just having my child play next to Isaiah, they both can't walk. They both had cancer.
I just love that Isaiah can see that he has another friend that is learning to walk again too.
She's with someone like her. It's like a sense of feeling at home.
People always ask me, how's Tegan doing? I say she's doing good. She's doing good. She's getting better. She's making slow progress, but progress.
She started preschool when we first got back, and she's so social. She just said, bye, Mom. Just bye, and she was fine.
Just seeing where she was 4 months ago to where she is now just already makes me more optimistic than I have ever been about how far she can go.
We're really privileged to be able to rejoice and have so much joy in how well she's doing and the fact that she's here. It's huge. I'm just so happy because I get to be here with her.